Hello, my name is Jun Park.
And I am Juno Kim.
We are counterclockwise.
So the environmental doomsday clock, also known as the climate doomsday clock, represents the countdown to its crisis and environmental destruction of Earth, with midnight representing the end. The time of South Korea now is 9:35 p.m., 26 minutes earlier than that of last year.
Thus, we named our team counterclockwise.
Now I will present about our proposal, Small Actions for Bigger Change. It is globally recognized that the emission of solid waste poses a critical harm and major threat to our survival. In particular, non-decomposable waste can incur environmental pollution which, in turn, impair our health and create costly waste disposal. Furthermore, the noxious substances generated by the process of waste disposal lead to climate change. Thus, the issue of waste disposal is not only significant in terms of the environment, but also detrimental to the quality of our future lives. According to the last year data by World Bank, a person produced 0.74 kilograms of solid waste per day, which accumulates to 2 billion tons of waste. The World Bank further projects that the rapid urbanization and population growth will increase the production of waste by 70%. In terms of Korea, Ministry of Environment accounts that there is an annual 2% increase of waste emitted, where in 2012 there was 382,000 tons generated, while in 2017 there was 414,000 generated. Consequently, the government invests about 4.25 trillion Korean won into disposing of municipal waste. Based on these statistics, the increase of waste will inevitably lead to more financial investments for its management, along with more significant environmental impact. In short, the effective management and reduction of waste disposal are crucial factors in solving the environmental problems.
We will be raising our own families, carrying the responsibilities of our children. In the near future, a time when we are active participants of the society. Yet how are we supposed to strive against these crises? Because we cannot currently tackle and propose fundamental solutions, that is why I advocate for the solution, small actions for bigger change. Although this call to actions cannot engender significant improvements, our small actions will accumulate to our plan for the future. The reduction of waste and implementation of recycling in our school will be the way to achieve these small actions.
So let's examine the types of waste. Usually called as garbage, solid waste is defined as leftover material from daily life and industrial activities. Municipal solid waste includes all kinds of debris except for industrial waste. So garbage derived from school could be categorized as municipal solid waste. According to the Korea Environmental Cooperation, the most common waste collected is paper, followed by plastic. Most of the paper is thrown away by teachers, while plastic is from wrappers and containers used by students. As plastic is not properly managed due to its difficulty in the process of disposal, neglecting them pollutes the aquatic environment and its ecosystem. Thus, the reduction of plastic waste discharge is crucial to saving the environment. The plastic from school can be readily reduced by the small actions that we take from now on. In addition to the plastic and other municipal waste from school, food waste also causes a great impact to the environment. According to the Korea Environmental Cooperation, each high schooler produces 389 grams of food waste per day. Thus, this costs them about 7 million Korean won for each high school. There is a clear relationship between food consumption and greenhouse gas. According to the magazine Science, 1/4 of greenhouse gas is accountable for food waste from humans. Likewise, the reduction of food waste from school will lead to the global effort to reduce environmental impacts such as air pollution.
What can we do for reducing waste from our school? As the theme of this year's forum is resource circulation society, let's save the earth and life. There is a diverse spectrum of solutions that could be proposed in the focus of the goal for resource circulation. However, we should advance into the actions that are intact within our daily lives, meaning school environment. Despite the minimal display of changes, it is a small step to protecting and sustaining the lifeline of Earth.
So now I'm going to present some of the solutions that could be implemented to solve these issues. Most of the plastic produced in school originates from the wrappers and containers of bread and other snacks. All of the displayed items are from the school convenience store, which are massively produced, packaging utilizes plastic wrappers along with preservatives and additives. Thus, these products display itself as a huge contributor to the emission of plastic waste. Therefore, this is our first introduction of the solution, which is the introduction of neighborhood bakery that produces snacks freshly made each morning. The bakeries present their items in eco-friendly packaging such as old paper, which the school can sell instead of plastic wrapped items. Not only the employment of plastic decreases, but also the local economy could benefit from it too. Now I'll present my second solution. Most of the beverages consumed by the student is contained in plastic bottles. Yet it is difficult to reduce them because it is their choice and we cannot change the factory's method of production. Thus, regarding financial limitation and other factors, it is more effective to find methods of discharging clean PET bottles as it facilitates the recycling process. For instance, transferring drinks from the vending machine or the school score to paper cups or personal tumblers allow the empty plastic bottles to be recycled in a clean and easy manner. Although this does not reduce the discharge of plastic, it facilitates the process of recycling as there are no external substances that must be cleaned out. Ultimately, the facilitated recycling helps reduce the amount of plastic created as recycled materials replace the new ones. Now I'll present my third solution, implementation of recycling practice. Regularly, schools dispose chairs, desks, and other furniture. Although some of these furnishings may be too damaged, most of them are repairable. Thus, a student body club could be made in order to repair the retrievable ones, instead of creating more rest. The handyman club will require a local handyman or parents with expert woodwork skills that can serve as a mentor for the student members. The repaired furniture could be reused, employed for other purposes, or donated to other people. Thus, this achieves resource circulation society, as this is a paradigm of how resources can be recycled for other benefits of the community. Now, for the fourth solution. For many years, Korea has suffered from fine dust and abnormal climate. In response to these environmental impacts, schools invested in air purifiers and air conditioners for the classroom in order to relieve the concentration of fine dust. However, as effective as these home technologies could be, they require large amounts of energy, ultimately combusting more fuel, which indirectly worsens the air quality again. In 1989, a study was led by NASA concluding that plants were compelling, potent sources of air purification. However, due to difficulties of cost and management, schools were reluctant to grow plants for each classroom. In response to these concerns, I proposed the design of green bed and green wall. Specifically, these designs require PET bottles and take up less space, which is apt for places like school classrooms. Furthermore, most of these plants planted in these PET bottles would be flora that are able to thrive without much management. Apart from the environmental boon, it also helps the students psychologically and enhances their dexterity in craft, as green bed and green wall is DIY products. Now I'll show you a video of how these are made. Originally, this bed had a tree, yet it died due to micromanagement. So I'm going to show you how to make the green bed, which is an alternative for plants that need a lot of management. So first, get a plastic bottle and take out the label and cut it in half. Then you will have a design like this. After that, you will put some artificial soil, which make a pot for small plants like these. Now this is the sample of what I'm trying to make. Now I've completed the green bed. Take a look.
Now, the advantage of green bin is that it is easy to manage and it doesn't need a lot of care. For example, if this plant died, I can easily take it out and replace it with another plant. Therefore, there needs to be no exact management, and the green bin is sustainable and can be sustained longer. So this is an example of a green wall. Unlike the green wall takes up space on the walls. So if the classroom doesn't have a lot of ground space, the green wall can be the solution. In order to make the green wall, there should be two little holes on the back of the plants to hook them up to the wall. Therefore, green bed and green wall, the two designs can attain beauty and environmental benefits for the classroom without taking much space. Now we will discuss the measures to reduce the remains of the cafeteria food in school in order to reduce food waste.
One solution that can reduce the remains of cafeteria food is diversifying the tray sizes given in the cafeteria. As food waste and remains is how much food the student leaves behind, it could be mostly inferred that it depends on the student's taste in food. As the amount of food given to students is determined by the cafeteria ladies, giving the students the choice of tray sizes notifies the workers how much the student wants. This could significantly reduce and control the amount of food waste. The second solution is changing the lunch tables. Most of the lunch tables in Korea are arranged in a straight line. The position and shape of these kinds of tables coerce students to deem the area as a place designated for eateries rather than socializing. This indirectly could reduce the students' appetite due to its limited and uniform space. If the tables were in diverse shapes such as circles or squares, it could indirectly allow them to enjoy their meals more, leaving less food to waste. Protecting the environment is an obligation for everyone. It is difficult for the youth to create significant and evident change. However, small actions that are proposed, such as reducing plastic by local bakeries, using personal bottles, creating plant designs, and changing the distribution of food to reduce food waste, such as cafeteria distribution, are paradigms of resource recycling society. These actions, if done by more people, will accumulate to bigger changes. Furthermore, it cultivates a positive mindset from the youth about saving their environment. Rather than planning for something huge, we should change the things around us, small things. Thank you for listening.